It's time to fight the Britons who risen up against us. In this battle they will have numerical superiority. Our town watch will barely be able to fight, and we have 5 brigades that can stand up in a fight, while they have many more. So we are in a very difficult position here, a position which we can barely come out from, and
let us up! Units, await my orders!
We're going to
Units!
very much
Units, march! Units!
rely upon
mercenaries! Units, march! Units! Units, form up!
a cavalry charge. That is most likely the only thing that could help us gain a victory here. They will smash into our brigade with fears. Resistance. Okay, I see that nothing's gonna work for us just yet. They are sending in reinforcements. I was hoping to attack the peasants or their javelin slingers, to be precise, but that doesn't seem to work for us at all. In any case, oh shit! I wasn't expecting my soldiers to charge into enemy lines just yet. I need to order them to not engage, go around. Okay. In here the situation seems to be much more complicated. Now that I see, they are indeed here, and that's not good. Now I need my cavalry to strike them with strength into their side positions, and that should do it. Alright, looks like things are going very well. These guys need to take up space and make sure the enemy
general flees! Press forward so the spirit of his army is broken too!
Lure the way.
The enemy general is slain, and now his men fear us! It is time to press the attack!
Alright. It looks like everything is going very much in our favor. Our downwatch troops were unable to gain any significant victory. The enemy, on the other hand, is not willing to fight. And we are able to inflict very high casualties on them. It looks like they have been consistently outmaneuvered, and this is exactly what gave us the edge. Here it looks like their main force will soon show up, and we need to be prepared to strike them. So, by saying the main force, I mean these guys. They are so tough, they are so good at what they do, that they could be easily named as one of their main combat units. In any case, we are going to hit them with everything we've got. First of all, the javelin volley, and then the cavalry charge. It looks like they won't be able to withstand this, and in turn we will be able to cut all of them down. So far this battle was very good for us, and in the last engagement I'm sending all the troops, cavalry on the sides, and with all of our troops we should be able to break these easily. Alright, let's attack them. They will not stand up in the fight for long, and they will be all cut down to pieces. So we had a few engagements here as well, but the town watch had been just simply slaughtered. They were unable to stand up in this fight for long, and that's it. Their general, Captain Karatakis, the one that rebelled against us, has been successfully eliminated. Now, who else is left here? I'm not sure. I'm not seeing anybody on the map really. Anybody that's retreating. Probably they were in the woods or something like that. We have won the day here. Archimedes screw. And Archimedes has invented a cunning pump that uses a spiral inside a pipe to lift water. The device enables mines to be drained and irrigation to be carried out efficiently. Popularity game with the Senate. Your standing among the senators of Rome is much improved. For a start, it should be a considerable relief that they no longer urge slaves to hurl ordure in your general direction. Alright, agent found. Massilia. These are the Britons, and a few faction announcements, 2 new family members. End of turn report. We have gained 20,000 denarii, which makes us very rich indeed. These need to move back. Let's take a look about the situation in Spain. It looks very good. I like the fact that Numantia is no longer rebellious. The people here need the shrines, and I'm sure that they will not rebel against us. However, out of this force I'm going to disband these, and I'm going to fire a few more of these garrison troops. As you can see, we have many of them. Now I need to fix the sound, so I'll just have to log out for a short while, and I need the sound settings on default. That's it. We have them on default, and now we can go back. Done. These troops have to be merged into cohesive brigades. Also, I need more garrison here, which is being constructed at the moment. Raised.
General!
All in all,
March!
I'm preparing for an offensive here on this front. All this money should be used for construction purposes. Some of the cities, for example Carthage here, are not building anything. And finally, hopefully, we will be able to focus on our construction efforts. The people are with us. You are hugely popular with the plebeian classes and feted as a hero of Rome. Whenever you enter the city, you could float a trirema in the drinks that people offered to buy for you. Senators turn away from you in the street and bar their doors to you. They are happy enough, slandering you in public, casting doubts on your parentage, your personal habits, and your children's true paternity. Sooner or later, if we become much stronger, they will, without a doubt, rebel against us, and I'm talking about the senators. Alright. Here I'll be looking for more settlements. That could be somebody here. It looks like Scipii, they're pushing back Egyptians. They have won multiple battles against them, and they're fighting Pontic very, very effectively as well. I'm going to reduce the music sound by a bit. Here people are not very happy, and that's mostly due to Squirrel. And here as well, but I'm sure the situation will improve significantly. As you can see, the money is almost spent already, and I'm investing mostly in things like amphitheater. This substantial amphitheater allows games that properly reflect the grandeur and glory of Roman world. Weak-kneed foreigners may faint at the spectacle, but the Roman crowd know how to appreciate and enjoy the games. The atmosphere and the ceremony help glue the Roman world together and make everyone feel good to be a Roman citizen. That the games are free to attend is simply a bonus, so what if some spoiled rich boy in a toga wants to impress everyone? Let him and let the games commence. An amphitheater can be upgraded as the city grows in size and importance. In any case, I'm gonna go for that. And I'm just gonna focus on providing amphitheaters here for the population. That's another amphitheater I could build, so there will be quite a few here. Actually, all 4 of these will have one. Mediolanium, Patavium, Arretium, and Ariminum. Segesta still needs to grow substantially in size. Here near to Alesia,
Attack! Victory!
we have to deal with multiple instances of rebellions. So let's move on there and let's fight. These should be easy, very standard battles where we are going to easily break them. The mercenaries will move first into the battlefield. And the important thing here is to cut all of them down. First, break them. As you can see, they're allowing us to position ourselves, which is without a doubt a grave mistake that they're doing. They are not attacking us, they're probably afraid. And our cavalry will position so that we are going to be able to smash them to pieces while they're retreating. Now our troops will throw pillar at the enemy, and this alone may make them rout. They're not attacking us, so we will provoke an attack by throwing pillar. This will tire them, as you can see. Bam! And this will, without a doubt, will eat up into their numbers. Now I'm going to send everything I've got into them, and we should be able to eliminate the rest of them. The sound is missing again, unfortunately. My cavalry is a little bit slower, this one I think, but it's much tougher without a doubt. And all in all, I'm not seeing any Principes dead. It looks like the enemy has failed to cut down a single Principe soldier, and they're littering the area with dead bodies all over. Without a doubt, we have gained a very good victory, and that's it. They all have been dealt with. Now we'll just have to focus on further rebellions, and I need to fix the sound again. And it looks like the sound, it crashes during. During battle itself, and that's the main problem. It has never been so often as it is now. Alesia needs further garrisons.
Yes, master.
And my spies could be moved just a little bit further. Alright, next I want to check out where are my other agents.
Yes, master.
Alright.
Yes, master. Who shall die this day? Yes, master. Your honor.
So far
Yes,
so good.
master.
Let's move these
Secrecy
forward.
is assured.
This is mostly caliber, it needs to be anyway.
At your service. At your service.
This one needs to go
Yes,
forward.
master. Your honor. At your service. At your service. Yes, master.
Done. It looks like the British are still not attacking towards our direction, so that's good. Next, this force will soon have to also move forward.
Imperator, onward!
And that's it. I have no money left. 20,000 has been spent.
Prepare for
As simple as that.
Your honor.
And in here, everything seems to be very balanced. And I wonder how many brigades I can relocate for my invasion of other islands, such as
Fleet ready.
Ireland.
Orders. Ready to sail. Orders.
He, on the other hand,
March.
cannot leave this place. Very, very small town, that is. But we are holding it firmly. And the population there will be reduced. In any case, this force could be able to take Ireland for us as well. Could. But it's not entirely clear. Now they're much more formidable. That's very, very good. They'll have cavalry units and such. In fact, I'm gonna give them the leads, full the leads as well. The garrison there will be tough enough. And they can take up the cavalry. So we, without a doubt here, have gathered the entire force in the north that would have been able to fight the armies in the south if the British would have been able to win. But as you can see, the British have failed miserably, and so we have gained the upper hand, and we will siege their city again. This town, it doesn't look like it's going to be taken easily, occupied that is. They are very, very rebellious, and they won't give up slightly. Spain has been completely occupied but still not assimilated fully. There will be a long time before they will cede to our influence completely. Hopefully this will happen sooner than later. And we're still holding Egyptian lands here, fighting their citizens, and obviously that is affecting our troops heavily. Army upkeep is at 37,000, that's moderate, but without a doubt it's going down significantly, and we're making 22,000, over 22,000 denarii, which makes us very, very rich. And look at that, the Egyptians have rebelled against us, something I wasn't expecting at all, and something that would be too much for us to handle without a doubt. Suicide demand. The House of Julia. For the good of the Empire, the Senate demands the suicide of a faction leader. If you fail, you will be outlawed. So, I have been outlawed. So let's see. The problem here
engage the enemy. Besieging
is
settlement,
that
settlement under siege, sir.
it could be we would never be able to defeat them
Imperator.
now that they rebelled against us, and
Orders.
that is very, very bad for us. This does not impact our financial stability greatly. Most advanced faction is Egypt, and the term report. Let's see what they have here.
Besieging settlement, sir. Settlement under siege,
As
sir.
well, in any case, looks like they are much, much tougher than we are.
General.
And they will not agree to peace. In any case, let me try to work this out somehow. I wonder if that can be done. So they're still in our possession here, but it doesn't look like they will stay ours for long. They will rebel, so it would seem, and doesn't look like anything is going to change that. I wouldn't like those towns
Orders. Attack.
to see
Orders.
fighting me, and
Orders. Onward.
let's see what can be done.
March.
Increased forces, maybe,
Move out. Forward.
to some extent.
Onward. Move out.
Even that, not sure how much that would help. I'm going to add some money. It's gonna be 10,000 denarii, which will be used to hire additional troops in the region, the mercenaries. Maybe with these we are going to be able to sway them into our side. So let's see if that changes anything at all. It doesn't look so.
Sir. Out of move,
In
sir.
any case, I'm just going to not allow them to rebel. Senate mission assigned capture rebel city Alexandria. It looks like this time the Senate has not issued any ultimatums for us. Oh yeah, they will issue. I'm going to take a look first of all. Who is our faction leader? This man. He's an outstanding commander. He's currently held in Britain. He has offers of proprietor. He's a military genius, wildly extravagant, abstemious, choosing not to indulge in even the smallest of alcohol pleasures. Every move this man makes is sober and considered he's a casual adulterer. Fidelity in marriage is not a concept that this man considers important. He has already committed adultery with the wife of a so-called friend, plus two more For all troops on the battlefield, he's a conqueror, reverent, trusting, benign ruler, indolent. Bodily exertion is for slaves and plebeians. A leader must preserve himself only for the rigors of battle. Apparently loyal, useless assessor, outstanding speaker, careless, good commander, faction leader, politician, ex-questor, ex-aedile, office of praetor. Alright, so he will have to commit suicide. Most advanced faction is Egypt at the moment. Coming of age took place here. Tiberius Cretius, priest of Jupiter. He's stationed in Caralis. Cnaius Stola. Understanding of strategy, treasurer. For some of the pleasure of counting money can be enough. So far so good. He got a treasurer, written expanse, pontifex as well. He gained a pontifex. So he, the Senate, asks for suicide of the House leader, otherwise they would outlaw us, and I will accept this. And they would probably ask another faction leader to do the same. And the next faction here is this man, who is currently serving where? Where is he stationed? Here. Alright, I will agree. So instead of suiciding, we'll just kind of let him go. He died. Senate mission successful. Suicide demand. House of Joy. The Senate is satisfied by the suicide of a faction leader. New faction leader, Appius Fonteus. Your family has a new leader, surely a man to uphold Roman dignity and family virtue in the face of threats from outside within our borders. So this man is the new faction leader now. And we will be able to continue this path of suicides to some extent onwards. Here I'm gonna do something unusual.
Besieging settlement, sir.
That may be for some.
Sir.
And I'm gonna call up the gods
Besieging settlement, sir. Settlement under siege, sir.
and do something. Out of win attacker. This should let me win any battle that I choose to commence in attacking.
Attack!
And here this very powerful army with golden chevrons, Harley, the Harley that can be stopped, Harley, this army of theirs can be hardly stopped. So they have camel archers here. These camel mounted archers are effective skirmishers, especially in deserts. These men are good bowmen and untiring fighters. Thanks to their harsh upbringing, they can move swiftly, staying away from most infantry and other skirmishers. When attacked by cavalry, they are at an advantage should a melee ensue. The very smell of camels can upset horses in battle, and a cunning commander can use this to his advantage. Nubian spearmen. These militia-like soldiers can fight in harsh conditions, and they are chief defensive troops for the pharaoh's armies. Armed with a long, thrusting spear and a large wooden shield, these men are primarily defensive and can hold their own against cavalry. However, they can also be formed into phalanxes and sent against other infantry. Their lack of training and armor means that they should not be used to attack armored or elite troops. Nubian spearmen were originally recruited in the south, but since it is not uncommon for a Nubian soldier to be rewarded with land for his service, they can be found in every part of the pharaoh's realms. Egyptian chariot archers. Chariot archers are highly skilled. They can hit targets while chariots are moving at high speed. The skithies attached to each chariot axle make them even more deadly. They have the speed of cavalry and the staying power of infantry, and this makes them a powerful weapon for any commander. The Egyptians have also had many centuries of experience in using chariots in warfare, particularly on desert battlefields. Each chariot is under the control of a driver, leaving the archers to concentrate on their killing work, all wear high-quality armor. Nile spearmen. These well-trained spearmen are the mainstay of many Egyptian armies thanks to their all-round defensive abilities. They wear light padded armor, hardly surprising given the incredibly hot climate of home, and carry large shields. They do not carry secondary weapons at all and rely entirely on their spears in combat. This means that they are best employed to hold a defensive position against cavalry, or as there are phalanx to take on other infantry by push of pike and weight of numbers. These men are better trained than some of other Egyptian forces such as Nubian spearmen and will hold more often as a result. Onagers. The onager is a catapult jokingly named for the tremendous kick it has when fired at the enemy. An onager is a wild ass. This war machine is powerful by a twisted spring of animal sinew ropes, the most elastic substance available. The throwing arm is held in tension by the sinews. When pulled back and held by a catch, it can fling a boulder with considerable speed and range. This version can be used for reducing stone fortifications, but it can also be used on the battlefield for destroying enemy artillery and harassing troops, although admittedly by killing them outright. The onager can also be used to launch incendiary missiles such as fire pots, making it a versatile piece of artillery to any commander. Nile cavalry. Nile cavalry are male armored spearmen capable of delivering a decisive blow. Although they do not carry shields, they are a useful force for any commander thanks to their training and motivation. These men are recruited from among the elite of Egyptian society. They are given land for their service, the amount depending on rank and length of service. Bowmen. Bowmen are rightly feared for the casualties they can inflict, but they are vulnerable in hand-to-hand combat. They are drawn from the peasant classes of all societies, as these are the people who need to be skilled hunters in order to survive. Learning to use a bow is something that takes a lifetime and constant practice, and putting food on the table provides good practice. They are best used to weaken enemy formations or placed in a spot where they can retreat and find protection from other troops. Peasants. Peasants are reluctant warriors, but numbers are useful in all armies. Forcing peasants to fight is one way of getting lots of men in the field quickly and cheaply. They have little tactical sense and even less willingness to fight. They would rather be defending their own homes than be dragged to a battle they neither care about nor understand. If nothing else, they are useful when there is digging to be done. They are, however, experts at reading the land and hiding whenever there is cover. Desert cavalry. Desert cavalry are fast-moving horsemen armed with axes for close combat. They are not heavily armored, but they do have shields for protection, giving them good prospects of surviving in melee. They are well suited to hunt down skirmishers and other infantry, but may suffer undue casualties against heavier cavalry forces. These are hardy soldiers and untiring in combat, as might be expected from recruits taken from desert-dwelling people at the margins of Egypt's land. Desert axemen. These superior soldiers are recruited from among desert dwellers and are equipped with sharp axes and wooden shields. By the order of the pharaoh, it is their job to stand in line of battle and hack into an enemy formation or position. They are very useful against other infantry, including armored infantry, but they are less able to defend themselves against cavalry attacks. They are hardy folk in the lands of Egypt's borders and well suited to life as soldiers in the pharaoh's army. They do not tire easily and shrink from few enemies. Egyptian chariots. Chariots are fearsome devices that have skeethy blades to cut down any infantry foolish enough to stand when charged. The armored crews carry swords to cut down opponents. Egyptian armies have a long and distinguished history of using chariots in warfare. Their charioteers are also more disciplined and controlled than those of other nations. These are not subtle troops, and their chief power lies in the headlong charge into an enemy formation. Each chariot is pulled by powerful horses, and the deserts are an ideal place for them to be used to full effect. Heavy onagers. The heavy onager is an enormous catapult built using the same basic design as its sibling and capable of smashing down stone fortifications. It is powered by a twisted bundle of animal sinew ropes and is slow to wind back and reload. Its missiles are devastating, and it can also fire incendiary firepots. Range is no more than the smaller onager, and this makes the heavy onager susceptible to counterfire. Often it is best employed alongside smaller artillery to deal with enemy fire. Done. So we will win this. Otherwise,
Victory!
without
Imperator, engage the enemy.
the help from the
Besieging
gods,
settlement, sir.
we would not be
Settlement
able to
under
win
siege,
this.
sir.
Trait increase, +3 command, Egyptian Turcat, and Veteran Centurion. A grizzled veteran of many campaigns, loyal and true, constantly alert to dangers around his general, +1 to personal security. Also, he became a superior commander, and all in all, he gained many stars. Done.
Yes.
And so, we will ask for more
Secrecy is assured.
favor from the gods. I'm not finding any cities in the south, though. In here,
Sir.
it's kind of straightforward.
No
I'm
more room, sir.
sending
Imperator,
my forces
Sir, ready to sail.
further
Set sail.
on
Orders. Sir.
to Ireland
Sir.
region, and there
Imperator, sir.
we will try to do some conquering.
Sir, General.
I see that this area may rebel,
General.
but hopefully they will not. Very few are in London.
Attack! Besieging settlement, sir. Settlement under
We
siege,
should be able to deal with them with ease. Alright, now the next battle here.
Victory!
And it seems that there are more of them, but we managed
Victory!
to win against them with ease, really.
Orders.
Alright, so they will move to the front line now, finally.
At your service. Secrecy is assured. Your honor.
And we have gained a much better view
your service.
of enemy positions. It doesn't look like the Britons are mounting an offensive into
Imperator.
our territory.
No more moves, sir. Imperator.
Here
General.
we
Orders.
need to move,
Onward.
but we can't.
General. Imperator.
So
Sir, forward.
we are stuck, really. Alright. And it looks like that will be it for now. All the money has been spent on building. Now we will have to defend, so the help from the gods will be out of win. Defender. And here we will win against this attacking force into a draw. still a victory for us. This town has started to rebel against us, unfortunately. And so that means we will have to leave forces behind or wait for the rebellion to take place. City grows, Cirta grows into a magnificent settlement without a doubt. Another town, Scalavis, grows. Good. Most advanced faction is ours. Faction announcements, retinue expands, Priest of Jupiter. And Pontifex. For the Sextus Julius. He needs to have himself a spot.
Orders.
And what a better spot than Northern Italy for any family
Ready to
member
sail. Set
out
sail.
there,
On the
and
move, sir. Fleet ready. Orders.
we'll do
Aye,
exactly
aye,
that.
Captain. No more moves, sir.
We'll
Ready
send
to
them
sail. Set sail.
forward.
Ready to sail. Yes, Captain.
And into the port, from where he will be sent out further. It looks like we're not making nearly as much money, or maybe we are. Alright, in any case, I could successfully exploit this favor from the gods. So for example, I'll take a down watch unit out of an attacker, and one of these town watch will win the battles. This is a good idea if I want to, for example, gain generals that could join my faction after winning battles.
General.
So they'll be
Move out.
simply
Move
promoted.
completed, sir. General.
Alright,
Forward.
so here,
Imperator. Orders. Imperator.
that's what we've got.
Orders. Sir. Imperator.
An
Sir.
entire
General.
army.
March. General.
And unfortunately this force here just simply
General. Sir. Imperator. Forward.
won't cut it. And it's unclear just how
Sir. Orders.
many troops I have to position here
General. General. General.
for them to keep the city at bay.
Imperator.
Okay, so that's less. A lot less.
Forward.
But
Move
at
completed,
least
sir.
I can start the campaign further. Our army expenditure has
General.
increased further,
Imperator.
though.
Imperator. Prepare for
And
battle.
here I can use my favor from the gods and win further battles
Victory!
with the relative ease.
Rome has conquered.
And I am further going to exterminate them. So no more mercy. We will strike them down. And what can I say? Building all those temples has paid off.
Rome has
Another
conquered.
town
Orders.
will be
Prepare
purged,
for battle.
and this will keep everybody at bay.
Victory! Rome has conquered.
Also, we filled our coffers with an unseen amount of coin. Which is very, very good, and the towns became under control. You have been granted 10,000 denarii for a successful mission. In the Senate floor, the senators hate us. The plebs think well of you. Very well, in fact, you're seen as a bulwark against the dictatorial power of the Senate and a champion of Rome. On the other hand, the Senate sees you as less worthy than the rats that live in Cloaca Maxima. Instead of the inferior popularity with the mob and what you might do, you are the greatest threat to the Republic and Roman freedoms. In any case, I'm not gonna fight the Romans just yet, and besides, look at the Brutii. They have became very powerful as well, but they are very popular with the Senate.
Imperator,
Let's see, can we win against them? It seems so, yes. And without mercy, we will purge London. And this will put them at bay. The town over here is rebelling. What can we do? I think that that's all, and everything will be under control. So we're finally here. On the other side, this is Dara, and if we win here, we will have a very good position.
Ready to sail! Yes, Captain!
The ships are here just in case we would need to retreat. And everything is splendid. The offensive here will mount soon again. We're still using the Republican forces mostly, and that's it.
General, sir! Aye, Captain. Fleet.
All right. Let's see how much money will be spent. They spent over maybe 15,000. That's it. Here they are throwing a desperate assault against us. Nothing we can't win.
Victory!
A commander here has been awarded family membership. He's a good commander, has command talent, has understanding of strategy, and he's a bureaucrat, which makes him a well-rounded commander. And obviously we need somebody loyal to us so far. From here, and now we'll take the settlement.
Victory!
We will purge it.
Rome has conquered!
And they have the Shrine of Andrasta, and we're gonna build a Shrine of Mithra here, and we'll rebuild all the stuff. Segesta will rise. We are the richest faction in the known world. I really like to see that. That means all of our towns are constructing. A new family member has been born.
Fleet ready!
That's
aye, aye,
very
All
good.
ashore! Imperator! Ready
Let's
to
see
sail!
if we can take
Ready
out
to sail!
Rebel.
Prepare for battle!
Maybe. And it looks like we have been able to do that decisively.
Move, sir. Ready to sail! Set sail!
The other
Completed, sir.
commander
Aye, Captain.
here,
Yes, Captain!
apparently loyal, testing, understanding of natural philosophy. This man has good understanding of the natural world, giving him the intellectual tools for many tasks. +1 management, -1 from Squalor. Not careful with money. I mean, careful with money. Money rarely goes astray in this man's keeping. Indeed, it rarely leaves this man's keeping. +1 mansion, +1 to Squalor. Decreases population growth and public order. No taste for blood. This man apparently has little interest in proper Roman traditions like the games. +1 unrest has negative effect on public order. 5% bonus to your popularity with the Senate, 5% penalty to your popularity with the people. In any case, there's an old man here, so we're gonna make that guy the ruler, the new ruler of Carthage, while the old man will be sent on to Lepsis Magna in the south. So this area will be governed by Romans. Tara has been decimated. And that's it. Here, situation is very good. And let's take a look at my financials. The army upkeep is still quite high, which isn't that good. Let's continue and wait. The Senate demands suicide again. We will agree to this, and this may last indefinitely. My next objective will be to raise new armies of Praetorian cohorts, and with the use of these we will try to smash them. As you can see, with the favor from the gods, mostly by forced labor, we have managed to construct our cities very quickly. That's process CQ and the town name. So in this case it's process CQ and Riminum. Boom. And this has built us the construction we wished. And now we're going to order the Praetorians to be constructed here. Also, here I would like to construct a hippodrome with forced labor in Mediolanum. I can go just arrows up, and that's it. And here we'll get legionary cavalry, a lot of it. Alright. What about Segesta? Let's take a look. Segesta first of all needs legion barracks and cavalry stables. Done. And they will be able to build legionnaires, early legionnaires, but that's not what I actually want. Then I move to Massilia, where I'm going to order a construction of army barracks. And here we'll order the recruitment of many Praetorian cohorts. Also, what can I do? Else I can add population. Let's say 6,000 to Segesta. Or the other way around, Segesta, 6,000. Here, as you can see now, the population is much greater. And I'm gonna add even more, additional 6,000. They have 18,000 residents, so they need to grow. I'm going to construct Pro-Council's palace, and with the favor from the gods, construct it. Then I'm gonna construct army barracks here, and after that's done, I'm gonna order a lot of Praetorian cohorts here. Also, I could construct a Vason Temple of Bacchus arena and the public baths as well. Very quickly. This hopefully will keep the population much more happy. And that's it.
Fleet ready! Yes,
so we've spent a fortune on all of that. Here I have to build that. And our new armies will be strong. We'll have to fight the likes of Brutii and Senate, so we need Praetorian cohorts stacked up there. A treasurer for this man, Decimus Julius. Senate mission successful. The Senate is satisfied by the suicide of your faction leader. We cannot do anything for as long as the enemy of ours
yes, Captain.
is stronger than us, so we will focus on raising very powerful armies at this point. That stocks the land. Many people have died here, and we need those Praetorian forces.
At your service. Secrecy is assured.
In turn,
At your service.
we need to reduce our expenses elsewhere.
General, orders.
So,
Imperator, sir. Imperator, Imperator.
what does that mean?
Orders, General. March. Orders.
Probably it's best not to lower the troop count in here though. These, on the other hand, reduced in size. Mercenary brigades, almost all of them can go
Imperator, onward.
in here. I'm going to merge
Orders.
a few of these and reduce the ones that are not as needed. Okay. Eventually I would like to construct myself a Praetorian Force here as well, so that I could launch an offensive from this side, but first of all I need them here to be strong in numbers. Garrison numbers, that is. Done. It's time to
Sir.
continue an offensive on the British.
Prepare for battle. Besieging
So
settlement, sir.
that's what
Settlement
we
under siege, sir.
will do here.
General, forward. Out of move, sir. Imperator. Onward.
Attack
Orders. Sir.
the British. Okay. Everything seems to be in order. A lot of more purging will take place. Rioting in Segesta, looks like after the riot things went down well. That stalks the land, that's unfortunate, but not much that can be done. Town grows. Well, if it grows, let's build it up and take a look if all other towns are managed properly by the administrators present there. It looks like they are managed splendidly. Alright. Next.
Imperator, orders, General.
I wonder, would I be able to get these out of the city? Looks like I will.
Orders,
So this is where we could start assembling a force which could
General,
move up against the enemy forces that are being held by the Egyptians.
At your service.
Here another settlement has been found. And what about these?
forward!
It looks like things are not looking bad there.
Sir, General, orders, march!
They are much more under control. We're going to get our Roman forces there together
General,
in northern
General. Sir,
England. On this side, they should soon fall under our control when they'll stop rebelling. I'll wait for a rebellion here if that one actually comes. And I will fight them. Richest faction is the Senate now. A marriage took place, so that means Ireland is definitely under our control. Decimus Julius, a jeweler. Decimus Julius. Goldsmith, that's one of his retinue. So these two, goldsmith and jeweler. 10% bonus all trade income. 10% bonus all trade income, 10% increased cost to bribe, 10% increase to cost to bribe. Ancient found Britannia. And the Mary Seller Quartermaster. No soldier can march or fight for a long when his belly is empty. He's a superior commander. Construction report. Recruitment report. Done. So far our empire is very much under control and we are hoping to move on to our new offensives now. Very soon.
orders, march! Sir,
At your service.
Alright.
Is assured.
Noble master?
I'm going to build myself a tower here
can't do it, sir. Forward.
so that I could know what is going on.
Build tower. Move out.
Here we'll see
Move
if any
depleted, sir.
invasions are coming with that tower. Okay, so far so good. I like the way things are looking.
Do that, sir.
The Egyptians don't seem to be too strong, and the war against the Scipii will be inevitable. The most important thing is for me to strengthen my forces
Imperator.
as much as
Sir.
possible, as quickly as
Forward.
possible,
Out of move, sir.
and defeat the Britons.
Sir, Imperator. Forward.
Here the situation
Orders.
Doesn't look bad. I'm sending these north.
No more moves, sir.
That's it.
All ashore.
They have launched an attack on us, and we'll have to fight them